tips to up your game in 2K25. The first gameplay tip is switching. This gives you control over your defense whenever you want to match up the switch. Whatever console you're on, press the normal pass button to perform a switch. The second gameplay tip I have is icon lead.
And those are the starting lineups, so kick back, get your popcorn ready. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, folks, and what better... Here are the starters for Charlotte. Brandon Miller is out there with Paul Reed. Then it's Ball, and it's Fresh in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Hawks, Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, down low. Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Here's Alexander Walker. G with a rebound. Now here's Ball. He really had an off game against the Rockets. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Young against Ball. Pass to Risache. Outside Porzingis. Goes up from the block. He got a piece of it. Just 4 to shoot. And he recovers it. Here's Young. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And off the schneid here. 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Young against Ball. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to G. Miller on the wing. Over Risache. Rebounded by Johnson.
The shots like that drive coaches batting. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brett, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A. tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis. And they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Johnson inside. He's against Reed. The shot by Johnson, no good. The Hornets have gone 1 for 3 so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Atlanta. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Tough call for his coach. Second foul already. We'll see how much the staff trusts him.
Outside Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from Risache.
The excellent contest from Miller, wanting to alter as many shots as he can.
Here's Fresh, covered by Alexander Walker. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. 13 feet out. Drained it for 2 points.
I don't know if any shot's a good shot, but Trae Young willing to take any shot he gets.
Miller outside. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. To the middle. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
That's a forgotten skill as Porzingis able to get up there and throw that one away. He's finished top 10 in blocks a couple of times.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
So Charlotte ends up going with a new group. Young, the pass to Porzingis. Young with it. Checked by Sexton. Young against Sexton. And that one's good. Young.
And there's some agility as Trae Young maneuvers to the shot he wants.
Hornets trail by 3. Pass to Diabate. Outside Sexton. Over to the left wing. Here's Diabate. Porzingis grabs the board.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
And here's Young. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
Trae Young can flat out score.
Pass to Salon. James outside for 3. Sexton. Here's Diabate. Great D that time from Porzingis. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now. This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
To the inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Alexander Walker, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Hawks?
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Sexton passes to Graham. Here's Diabate. Outside Sexton. Clock at 6. Here's Grant. To stop the run. Out of bounds. It'll be Hawks ball. Krejci's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Atlanta with possession here. Here's Daniels. Pass to Goose. Shot from 12. Here's Okongwu. Then he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Pass to Graham. Inside. It's stolen by Okongwu. Here's Krejci. Checked by Sexton. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to win a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Atlanta leading by 11. Pass to Goose. Here's Krejci. It's rebounded by Salon.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Grant outside. 54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Clock at 4. The 3 from Sexton. And Goose pulls it down. The Hawks shooting an impressive 47%. James with a steal. Pass to Grant. Here's Salon. It's intercepted. Grant with a steal. And here's the fast break by himself. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Grant's playing with a great edge on the defensive end. Looks to poke that one away. And comes up with a steal.
Young looking around. Deflected. Grant outside. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Hawks on top, up 9. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2. And
9.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And so in the game for the Hornets, we've got Colin Sexton. He's out there with James. And it's Salon in at the power forward position. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career. But over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, #1. Everything else comes after that.
And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Timeout called, the Hornets. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, but without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
So Charlotte ends up going with a new group. Here's Daniels, pounded by Ball. Daniels, that one's true.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Ball, money on the 19-footer. Ball's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, terrific work from the mid-range. Ball has an impressive feel when to take these shots.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Here's Kennard. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Team's fourth.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Here's G. Fresh misses.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
The steal. Pass to G. Here's Fresh. Miller, right side. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Atlanta making some changes here. Porzingis comes in for Okongwu. And it's Alexander Walker in for Daniels. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Grant.
Yeah, he's a 3-level scorer, B.A. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game so easy. He hasn't even grown into a his body yet.
And they're able to recover. Kennard for three. Hits the trifecta. Kennard's got 5 points.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
All right, time for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Hornets head athletic trainer. He said it's a sprained wrist. Doesn't look like any torn ligaments, but considerable pain and swelling. Any injury is the last thing you want this early in the year. A bad break for them, Brian.
All right, that's good intel. We've definitely been thinking of him, and now we have some more clarity, guys.
Yeah, they now have all the information they need in order to determine the next steps.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Hornets trail by 13. Ball passes to Fresh. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. He's off on the first. And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
Nice shot by Kennard.
Good job by Kennard. He makes the read, and that's an impressive play just to get to the inside.
Miller outside. Ball with it. Pass to Fresh. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Porzingis. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
And now they've got to be careful at the defensive end. They're over the limit much earlier than they should be. Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line.
And there's the foul. It's on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. He's made all of his free throws to this point. 3 of 3.
Kennard out there to help space the floor with that kind of range.
Kennard against Sexton. Pass to Williams. James outside. Now here's Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Williams. Covered by Johnson. Williams misses.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Alexander Walker. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Mason Plumlee. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, B.A.? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
James finds Plumlee. Outside Sexton. To stop the drought, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Sexton as a guard making that look so pretty.
And Atlanta with possession here. Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's Kennard. Ooh, Williams with the block. James inside, covered by Alexander Walker. Sexton against Kennard. Left side, Williams. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Assisted by Colin Sexton.
The Hawks lead by 16. Now a timeout called by Atlanta. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
The Hawks making a switch here. And Young gets it to go. Young's got 10.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Pass to Williams. Now James. Right side, Sexton. Oh, swiped away.
That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his teams always finish in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
Pass to James. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. 16-point lead. Williams grabs the board. The Hornets have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. We've got 1:48 left in the second period. Pass to Sexton from deep. The offensive rebound. Here's Plumlee. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Plumlee's gotten his second bucket on the night.
That's what most want to see from Plumlee. Attack mode, pound the boards, have the confidence to finish off those kind of plays.
Young against Sexton. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Always the connection with the teammate. That time Porzingis in the right spot.
Hornets trail by 16. Outside, Williams. 1:04 left to play in the first half of basketball. Just 5 on the clock. Sexton passes to Williams. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. There's Young with the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Pass to Sexton. .32 seconds left to play in the first half. Tipped away. Plumlee passes to Sexton. From outside, off the mark.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend. Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And so it's Atlanta in control.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 11 points and 1 assist. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Hawks?
And the game plan they went with was very clear. It was centered around scoring inside. Pound that ball inside, pound it in the paint, try to get the high percentage shot. And because of this assertive attitude, they've got the edge.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Trae Young. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder.
Really good passing wing. Risache isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
And here's Miller. Pass to Ball. Down low. Here's G. Rebound Atlanta.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Shoots from 12. Alexander Walker with the bucket. Alexander Walker's got 4 points this quarter.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. On the wing, Alexander Walker. And he lobs it up to the rim.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Ball passes to Reed. And here's Ball. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Fresh. Atlanta with a rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses. Their first missed after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Daniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now into the lineup for your Hawks, Luke Kennard.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Rizachet. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Showcasing his athleticism. Plays like this are why you got to be excited about Rizachet's future in this league.
Ball with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Ball against Johnson. Just 3 to shoot to halt the run. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Rizachet. Banked it in off the glass. Rizzachet's got 4 points in the quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. To the paint. Here's Fresh. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Fresh has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Another shot, and it's rejected. Reed passes to G. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. All no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That's his 3rd foul so far. Daniels passes to Johnson. There's the block. Miller outside, inside. Over to the wing. Here's G, covered by Johnson. Here's Fresh, out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Krejci's checked in. Stolen by Kennard. Johnson inside. He's against Reed. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Atlanta.
These guys have incredible stamina based on how they've been running the floor, using speedy transition play to get fast break points.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
Shot clock at 2. Here's Krejci. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Krejci's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Fresh. He has 7. Ball left side. The ball's knocked loose. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. With the 10-footer, it's deflected. Here's G, defended by Kennard. Here's Miller. Buries it from 3. Miller's got 5 now.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Daniels passes to Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Love to see that from Dyson Daniels. He's a gifted passer.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Ball outside. Six to shoot.
2 minutes.
Back to Miller. Launches it. Rebounded by Daniels. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 15-5 run. Got a hand on it. Here's G. And a missed layup.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Trae Young, he's checked in for the Hawks. And Charlotte's shooting a rough 29% from the field here. Miller outside. Ball outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. No good. A bit long that time.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Here's Daniels, guarded by Reed. Daniels misses.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it. Atlanta making some changes. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Okongwu. And it's Alexander Walker in for Daniels. 52 seconds left in the third. Grant outside. There's the 3. That shot off.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Krejci. Here's Porzingis. Plumlee pulls down the board. And James has got the ball here for Charlotte. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. And that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them. Sexton, the open look. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Sexton's got his second bucket of the night. Now the Hawks with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Young way outside. Great look, but off the mark. Charlotte's gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. On the wing, Sexton, guarded by Young. 3 seconds left. And Porzingis with the block. And so it's Atlanta with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points.
58. The Hornets.
All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Hornets, James is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then it's Mason Plumlee. And it's Williams in at the 4-man position. Pass to Goose. 6 on the shot clock. James against Kennard. 3-pointer. James with the rebound. On the wing, Grant. Here's Plumlee. James outside. Now here's Sexton. Now here's Plumlee. Grant, the pass to Sexton. The rebound by Krejci, who poked away. And it's stolen by Plumlee. Here's Williams. Pass to James. It's James on the wing. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Grant outside. Ooh, plenty of... Contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
All right, Brent, we hear the phrase 3-and-D. Jeremy Grant is a perfect example of that, though.
Well, Grant's done a good job of trying to find some more confidence in shooting from the arc. He shot over 40% from 3 in one season. Defensively, he's versatile. He's long. I like him to play a little bit more physical, but if that comes along, he's the kind of guy you want to suit up with.
To the middle. Here's Goose. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Williams. Grant with it, and Kennard picks him up defensively. James outside. Outside Sexton. Back to Williams. Misses the baby hook. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Hey, Kennard has the ability to absolutely fill it up.
Well, the Hornets shooting only 27% for today's game. Pass to Plumlee. James outside. Misses the three.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Krejci. Tries again. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And Atlanta making a change here. Okongwu's checked in. Some changes for Charlotte. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, BA, a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
Here's Reed, knocked away. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Charlotte, no good that time either.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
The three from Ball. Gets the three to fall.
Fearless from beyond the arc. LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
Kennard passes to Okongwu. Wallace up top, hounded by Ball. Sinks the tray. Krejci's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Pass to Ball. Down low. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And a sweet dime. Ball has the playmaker's instinct.
Here's Kennard. Drops in the layup for two.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Ball taking his time here. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Grant?
Well, BA, he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
Bam! Jalen Johnson taking flight.
Pass to James. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got his third assist of the night.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Nice shot by Kennard.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Back to Ball. Pass to Plumlee. Ball outside. It's James on the wing. Fires for three. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Kennard against Ball. Kennard passes to Johnson. And no good. Some solid defense from Williams. And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. To the inside. Williams passes to Ball.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And here's Grant. From 10 feet away. And that one hits the back iron. For Atlanta, they've gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Kennard finds Johnson. Over Plumlee. Tipped.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that
one.
A minute 31 left in the fourth quarter.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Hawks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with a win in the first game.
Grant, right side. Misses, and the dry spell continues. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
There's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his third foul so far. Colin Sexton's checked in for LaMelo Ball. Here's a Kongwu. Here's Goose. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Team's fourth. At the line for your Hawks. Wow. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. He hits the second from the line. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Sexton against Kennard. Right side, Sexton. Four on the clock. Off with the layup. Kennard with it. So we see the Hawks take him.